Yeah, sorry about part 2 of that last game, by the way. Yeah, Friday night, again, spent doing commentaries last night, but I've had a long week, was exhausted, so I only got 2 out, so I'm going to try and get a lot out today. A lot of people are asking about the finals, the MSL final. DD and I are probably going to do a dual commentary on that, either tonight or tomorrow at some point, so sorry that's not going to get out too quickly either, but be out eventually. Just kind of a busy weekend, weddings and birthdays and stuff. Wedding, there was a bachelor party, that's what it was. Anyways, this is Iris versus Iris is going to be here on the bottom in white, and Hwasin is going to be at the top in red. And this map heavily favors Terrans, so Iris is... Oh wait, Terran versus Terran. Actually, I don't know if this map favors Terrans. I didn't check. Because it's Terran versus Terran, so it doesn't really matter. In any case, we see Iris sending out an SCV kind of early, so it would be interesting if we saw some cheese or something out of him there. Iris lost his game to Julyzerg, so if he loses here, then Hwasin goes on, because Hwasin actually beat Julyzerg, so it's basically if someone gets 2-0, then that's that. So Iris has a chance here if he needs to win this game to keep himself in it, basically. And Hwasin, if he wins this game, then he takes it, and that would obviously be good for him. But if he loses, it's not the end of the world. Just means he has to win 2 more again if he wants to continue. So really high stakes in this these tiebreakers here. So yeah, we do see Iris building a proxy barracks over here. Be interesting to see if he builds a second one and goes for kind of rush there. Usually in Terran versus Terran, you see them both go for refineries fairly quickly. We see Hwasin doing that. The usual is to see going straight for factories, because in the long run, Terran versus Terran ends up being big mech battles, tanks and vultures and Goliaths and dropships. So wow, Iris didn't even scout Hwasin's location there. He just kind of put that barracks down as kind of a central spot, and his Marine coming out there chasing the SCV. Luckily for Iris, Hwasin's SCV not going up that ramp, so Iris is going to have a Marine into his base, but Hwasin's going to have a Marine out in just a moment as well. He'll be able to fight that off pretty easily. Iris is sending more Marines in there, though, so this could be relatively bad. You see him sending out those SCVs to block for that Marine when it comes out, so he can chase down the Marines with the SCVs. Iris bringing his own SCV in there, though. He has scouted him now, obviously, just pumping Marines into his base there, and almost taking out an SCV there. Wow, really unfortunate timing there for Hwasin. His Marine popping out just in time for Iris to kind of pick it off with his 3 Marines. Iris trying to pick off, wow, and taking down the SCV with his SCV there. He pops another SCV on that factory, though. If he can get that factory up and get a vulture out, then that will be the end for this little push, this Marine push there. A lot of SCVs coming out there, and those SCVs are going to chase off Iris's Marines, so Iris is going to have to fall back here, especially with that Marine behind him. Iris getting his own factory now, so Iris is not committed to this rush here. He's just kind of doing a little bit of harassment. He's able to pick off another SCV, probably going to pick off that hurt SCV before he dies. Maybe not. He's trying to save his Marine there, so he's not targeting it. Really, I think Iris probably should have tried to pick off a couple more things there that were low on health, but obviously that little kind of proxy thing there failing. It's possibly they just build it out there so that he would have it for a float, and then it just ended up being a coincidence that he was nearby, so he started pumping some Marines in to harass them. Definitely Hwasin distracted by that, though. He did have to bring a lot of SCVs off the supply line in order to do that, so he may be about a little bit behind economically, although it might just even out because Iris did kind of have to sacrifice a little bit of economy to try and go for that barracks a little bit quicker. Iris getting a starport now. So basically, I guess that early barracks was also part of a quick tech build, because he's got his factory out, he's getting that starport out already. He's got a vulture to bring to cover his little ramp there. Luckily for, well, Hwasin is going to be sending out some tanks pretty soon. I saw him adding a machine shop on there, although that would indicate to me that he's probably not going to try and push out early. Actually, well, I guess, you know, he could be going for speed vultures or something like that instead. He doesn't seem to be researching anything at that machine shop yet. He's probably saving up money for a command center first, and then he'll start going for some technology, since he knows that Iris is a little bit back behind because of the fact that he was able to hold off that little push. So yeah, both of them kind of just taking their expansions. By the way, this is Katrina, in case you don't recognize it yet. This map, Iris going in with a couple vultures here. He's able to pick off those marines, so that was really good for him. That means in the long run that Hwasin is not going to have those marines to attack dropships or his barracks or what have you. So he's going to have to, you know, take it, not until he gets Goliaths, really, basically, he's going to have anything to attack air. And going in there and picking off SCV too, that was pretty clever. Slowing that command center by a little bit, and that was definitely a good thing for him. He is getting that armory down, Hwasin is, so it's possible that he expects it. I'm not sure, I don't see if his scout gone into Iris's base to see that starport. But he's getting an armor down. It could also be they're just going for a long game and trying to get some upgrades going earlier. By the way, I was saying Katrina, it's the map. It has a ramp kind of by your door, and then you have a long space, and then you have an expansion, and that wraith flying right over some of Hwasin's forces actually. So Hwasin is gonna see that. Iris not able to pick off that SCV before the armory goes up, so Hwasin building 2 Goliaths right now as we speak, and he's going to be able to pick off a couple SCVs there, but he is researching Cloak, and I haven't seen anything that will detect. Okay, he's trying to get an Academy up there. If he can take out that SCV before that Academy goes up, he may be able to hold off that Cloak for a while, but it looks like Hwasin does have a couple SCVs lined up there to pick off those SCVs even further. So, Goliath's coming out now for Hwasin, and they're going to have to attack that. I don't think he has... Okay, he does have Cloak upgraded. That Academy is up, so he's going to have Comsat in about 30 seconds. He's going to be able to deal with that. So in the meantime, it's just going to be up to Iris to use that advantage, try and pick off some more SCVs. He's kind of lost that gamut of going for those raids. It is, we've seen it work a lot of times, though, to go for cloaked raids, like, en masse. That's been actually a pretty good strategy lately. That's actually how Light beat Hwasin in that long game. Is he had raids instead of Goliaths. They're just a little bit more mobile and not obviously prone to getting hit by tanks. So you can dash in and take some hits and then dash out again a lot easier with them. Iris, though, not depending on those raids. Sending out some tanks now here. It looks like that might be kind of what he's doing, is going for using the wraiths to protect the tanks.